All right. We are live streaming and recording. And this is the 3 o'clock public hearing for a single administrative hearing for proposed record decision 06-2025 Hideout Estates subdivisional final plat. This final administrative plat approval was noticed in accordance with the statutory requirements as updated as a part of Ordinance 2405. Moving through the subdivision ordinance process for final plat approval of a 6-lot twin home subdivision approval, platting, and then subsequent development. This is our first record of decision administrative hearing for this new procedural system where the Planning Commission and City Council are no longer the land use authorities, which allows applicants to move through the process for administrative approval, yet still does require a public hearing option for the preliminary plat, which in this instance, we are reviewing concurrently with the final plat. So both the preliminary and final plat are moving through the approval process. This is satisfied that requirement. So no approval will be determined during this public hearing. It'll be determined through the administrative process through the City of Moab's development review team. But we'll offer the opportunity for the public to make comment or testimony on its behalf. This property was noticed in compliance with the state requirements with state public noticing website, City Hall noticing, and property site noticing provided by the applicants. So I'll go ahead and just walk through this item as there's nobody in the chambers here. In fact, maybe I'll stop. I will officially open the public hearing at 3:12 p.m. on April 7th, 2025 for our record of decision administrative approval 06-2025. While we're have the public hearing open, go through a really short briefing. What's being shared is the public hearing notice that had been posted and certified for posting in these locations and timeframes. What we're looking at specifically is this preliminary and concurrently final plat approval of this subdivision Hideout Estates. In conjunction with the platting approval, there are final development designs as required for the subdivision improvements for technically a major subdivision, albeit only 6 lots in this instance, with a private street access way and then private infrastructure and developments on site. Any additional development will be approved through its later process in building permit phases for each particular lot and improvements agreements for any public infrastructure or any of the necessary common public improvements required to have the subdivision applicable. This subdivision did go through our development review process and received comments past Friday, the 4th, all right, April 4th, with some remaining outstanding comments that will be responded to and found in compliance prior to final recording and the final administrative approval, of which the record of decision will be issued to the applicants to then go and record this final plat. In attendance of the public hearing at this point, we have staff Corey Shirtliff, Community Development Director, Johanna Blanco, Associate Planner, Planning Technician Kelsey Garcia, the applicant Glenn Wilson in the room, and then also our building official is in the audience. No other citizens or anybody is in the chambers, and we did not receive any emails, written testimony, or calls related to this subdivision prior to this public hearing, so nothing to contribute. We'll go ahead and leave the public hearing open. While the applicant may elect to come up and say something about a project, you don't have to either. Okay, not much to tell. We'll go ahead and close the public hearing as there's nobody in the chambers nor submitted any testimony, and advance this review and approval towards administrative approval, which I will share that procedural process, as this is the, again, first public hearing in which we're actually processing an application in this way. I have to say, it's kind of odd talking into the abyss, but
That's why I didn't want to say it.
it's a bit weird. You know, maybe there's people in YouTube land that may watch this, but so what I'm sharing on screen now, these are the updated procedural provisions as were approved through Ordinance 2405, which was a state mandated update from the two previous legislative sessions to further refine subdivision process for more expeditious approval. As you can see, for all platting mechanisms, the administrative body of which we're reviewing, or Administrative Land Use Authority, the ALUA, is the City of Moab's development review team, collectively all reviewing divisions that approve these applications and submittal materials. Works as the advisory body to the Land Use Authority, which in this case will be the planning coordinator signing off on the plat. As you can see in the first two tiers, the first two rows of this matrix, the required public hearing is technically required for the preliminary plat, but as mentioned, we're running concurrently preliminary and final plat, as this is a one-off approval for the 6-lot twin home. All right, with that being said and shared, the public hearing has been closed. I will go ahead and adjourn this public hearing at 3:17 p.m. April 7th, 2025. Thanks, everybody.